It's a point that I actually really agree with because, as somebody who used to identify as liberal, seeing what's happened to people that used to be in my tribe, essentially it's like watching a train go off the tracks on fire. So, if we're going to use that metaphor, how do we put the fire out and how do we put the train back on the track? Because to an outside observer, I'm like, it's hurtling towards a cliff at the moment. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get it back.
Yeah, I mean, clearly we have some liberals who see the problems, with cancel culture, who see the problems with, attacking everything as white supremacy and essentially these moral panics. The most extreme of which, by the way, is the Canadian mass graves hoax, of this idea that there were mass graves and that the entire Canadian nation state is genocidal. I mean, this is insane, and yet it's been embraced by almost the entire Canadian political class. But yeah, so people are kind of waking up to some of this. How do we reform it? I ultimately think we do need to. I think a Cold War framing is not a bad way of thinking about it. So in the Cold War, we had economic socialism and economic freedom. And even though liberals are behind a lot of the problems, they've kind of met the post-Marxist, post-cultural Marxist, if you like, on the same terrain. And all the EDI, all the sort of speech codes and cancellation is a result of the fusion of the sort of left liberals with the cultural Marxists. Now, what we need to do is have a sort of cultural version of the Cold War that says we've got cultural socialism,